The Tia Imani Hanna Project. This is the Grand River Studio Sessions on 89.7 LCC Radio and LCC TV.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
For you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
It's the M89.7 highway, and this is how we roll. The Great Lakes State is rich in musical diversity. From the Motor City to the UP. From Grand Rapids to right here in Lansing's capital city.
You know I'm driving, baby. Driving up and down in Michigan road. Oh, yeah.
The High Five State is loaded with everything from folk, rock, blues, and well beyond. LCC Radio travels the roads of Michigan in search of rising talent. We select a Michigan musician and honor them by giving them a feature, known as the M89.7 Artist Spotlight. Each month, we select an artist, showcase their music, and give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about them. Start by visiting our website at lcc.edu/radio. There you can find an article and a free downloadable track from this month's featured artist. It also includes an archive of past M89.7 artists. The M89.7 Artist Spotlight. Michigan music, Michigan talent. It's the M89.7 highway, and this is how we roll.
I'm here with the Tia Imani Hanna Project on the Grand River Studio Sessions on 89.7 LCC Radio and LCC TV. That last set was incredible, and that comes from your CD. Let's talk a little bit about that CD. Tia?
Well, we brought that together based on a Kickstarter project we did, and it was, we had met on, like we had said earlier, that we had gotten together on a gig at the East Lansing Jazz Festival, and we decided that we wanted to incorporate all of that music and the different styles that we all have. So that the title, The Spaces Between Us, came out of that. We did a Kickstarter based on just that. I think even on the video we did a couple of improvs, like this is what we do. We just start doing something and it becomes a tune.
Right, between the written stuff. So it was the spaces between the composed material. That was another meaning of the title.
So.
And the Kickstarter, as far as that goes, was it kind of nerve-wracking waiting to see, or did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
She frequently racked our nerves.
It was intense. It was there was a lot of emailing and a lot of Facebooking and a lot of inviting personal invitations and a lot of handwritten letters via the regular post and a lot of phone calls, and just every couple days getting some information up on the Kickstarter, making sure everybody was in the loop, creating a sense of tension, which I was experiencing, so I wanted everybody else to experience it too. And it worked.
And it worked.
We got enough to do the CD, which was wonderful.
And where did you record?
Couple of different places. We went out to St. John's, and you know what's that's crazy. I can't remember the name of the studio because I'm nervous at the moment. But in St. John's, and also
I don't know if it has a name because it's just this place, right? As a friend of ours.
And we also went to Corey place over on what is
Corey
it called?
DeRusha Troubadour Studios
Troubadour
in Lansing.
Studio.
It's a great studio. I highly recommend.
So, and he did the mixing for us, and we put it all together and had a great time.
Oh, that's great. Well, it sounds like it from the CD. I know when I first put it on, I didn't even realize it. I listened to it over and over and over again. It's just such a great groove.
It's nice to
you
hear
know?
that.
I just, you know,
Thank
bopped
you.
around the house. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. This big, giant drum. What is this?
Well, we have a few, you know, a fond reference for it, but the real truth is it's a table drum. So if you see the back side of it, it actually sits on a stand like a table, and its original design concept is to be played horizontally and by many people, almost like a powwow or gathering drum. So it was designed to be used with Alzheimer's and dementia clients, actually, in music therapy work, to provide really vast vibrotactile stimulation where they could really feel that deep sensory stimulus. So what happened is, along its life's trajectory, the stand unfortunately vanished. So the story goes. And so then it became Saraswati's sky drum, the largest known frame drum. And I thought, well, it has to have a job. It needs a life. And so I just started to play it more with frame drum technique, and has a lot of really, really interesting timbres.
It does. It has really interesting sounds to it. When I first saw it, I thought it's a giant baran.
Right.
Which is similar to the frame drum.
Yeah, definitely. They're all the same family.
That's fascinating.
This
a
could
lot
be
of
played by the whole tribe at once.
Right. You can have family interventions.
There you go. You can borrow it. Free rental.
So, educators, you're all educators in one way or another. And how did you get into that as well? As being musicians, was it kind of a way to pass that along?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a piece that I've learned so many different things from so many different people over time that I run into younger musicians now that I'm starting to get into the older age groups here. There's all these younger people around me that haven't had the experiences I've had, and they'll do something and I say, well, try it like this. And they're like, oh, how did you figure that out? Well, these 10 people told me this. So that's how that information has always gotten passed down, you know, hourly or orally, or and that's how you keep the music going.
So
and you build
like
your new audience. Exactly.
With music.
Sure.
And Carolyn, your influence, it comes pretty much tribal, right? With the African drums
yeah,
and so forth,
a lot of indigenous healing traditions, cultures. I'm really interested in I'm a music therapist, so my interest is in international music therapy practices, both ancient and modern. And the different styles of music and the different concepts, you know, where I overlap with Eldon is this kind of interest in modes and different scale systems, and the deep history behind those, in which many cultures see them almost as prescriptive. If you look at the Indian ragas, even the maqams within Middle Eastern scale sets, there's a lot of wisdom and philosophy that certain tones and certain frequencies and intervals can have broad-ranging physiological impact.
That's really interesting. Yeah. It's something I think, when I think of you guys all coming together, music covers so many, everybody, really. It brings everybody together in one way or another. And Eldon, as far as education for you, what have you been doing?
Well, I started teaching guitar in high school.
Yeah?
Just because I guess that was a quick study. Everyone wants to know how to play guitar. I mean, it's the most popular instrument in the world, probably. So now I teach here in Lansing. It's part of what brought me here from Boston. And I teach here privately, and also elderly instruments in Lansing, and also at the Jackson Community Music School. And I usually teach guitar, usually people ranging in age from, you know, youngsters to retired folks. But also I've been teaching more students now who are more specifically interested in what I have to offer. So people interested in jazz and improvisation, which has been really cool. No takers on fretless guitar yet, but
I was gonna say.
but we had. I teach a range of styles, everything from classical to jazz to folk. And
well, thank you. We certainly appreciate you coming and playing for us. It's really been really interesting. I know everybody's really enjoyed it, and I know our audience will enjoy it as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Talking with Tia Imani Hanna, Carolyn Keeble, and Eldon Kelly. It's the Tia Imani Hanna Project. This is the Grand River Studio Sessions on LCC Radio 89.7 and LCC TV.
LCC Radio is proud to present the award-winning Rootsman Bird and his show, The Natty Dreadlock Rock Show. Where Rootsman Bird will be uncaging the sounds of those Rasta beats, carried on the winds from Africa to the islands, salted, sun-dried, splashed with R&B and those Latin rhythms, grooving your ears, moving your tropical soul, lifting your Rasta spirit.
LCC Radio's collection of world music can also be heard anywhere with a free live 365 phone app. Visit lcc.edu/radio to download your free live app.
The Natty Dreadlock Rock Show, Sunday nights, 6 p.m. to 9 on LCC Radio 89.7 FM, your community station.
AM 89.7 Highway, and this is how we roll. The Great Lakes State is rich in musical diversity, from the Motor City to the UP, from Grand Rapids to right here in Lansing's capital city.
You know I'm driving, baby, driving up and down the Michigan road. Oh yeah.
The High Five State is loaded with everything from folk, rock, blues, and well beyond. LCC Radio travels the roads of Michigan in search of rising talent. We select a Michigan musician and honor them by giving them a feature, known as the M89.7 Artist Spotlight. Each month, we select an artist, showcase their music, and give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about them. Start by visiting our website at lcc.edu/radio. There you can find an article and a free downloadable track from this month's featured artist. It also includes an archive of past M89.7 artists. The M89.7 Artist Spotlight. Michigan music, Michigan talent. It's the M89.7 Highway, and this is how we roll.
One more time, the Tia Imani Hanna Project.
We're going to do a track for you. It's on my first CD called The Book of Tia, which is was my first attempt at doing a recording. So it's a tune called Fiona's Cousin, and it's about the trek of the slaves in the bottom of ships to the United States, and then also later on the Irish and the Scots coming over after the potato famine or during the potato famine on the bottoms of ships and meeting up in the South. So you have a mixture of Celtic and Southern and blues that came out of it.